Yep. What's up, beautiful people? This is Nate here.
It's Kev.
2/3 of the super group that is GamesMusicLyfe, and we're back with a review for this highly anticipated Drake project titled More Life.
More life, man.
Hail Hydra.
You know what I'm saying? Playlist for life.
Playlist for life. Hail Hydra. Shay Sung. Shang Sung. All right, man. So let's get into it, man. So Drake, this is his, third album? Fourth album? Fifth album?
I mean, it's not even an album. It's a playlist.
It's a playlist. Whatever. It's an album.
It's the first playlist.
And I'm gonna get more into that why I think he did the whole playlist thing.
Yeah.
But all right, so it was a playlist. It was scheduled to come out in December of 2016. It became like an urban legend, and then it was until it was announced it was coming out in March 2017 is when they said when it was gonna come out. So it was pushed back. I was a little worried about it. Coming off of Views, man, I thought Views was very bad. I didn't think it was that good. So I was very critical on that one. So I was definitely worried about this project, whether it's gonna be any good or not. But it's Drake, so we know it's gonna sell. So. But
I thought we was getting our redemption song on this album.
You think so?
That's what I thought going into it.
Okay.
I felt like he knew that Views was mediocre and he needed to make it up to the people.
Absolutely. And I'm glad he acknowledged that on this album as well.
Yeah.
All right, man. So let's get into it, man. So starts off with track 1. It's a long album, so we're definitely gonna speed through it a little bit. So track 1, Free Smoke. All right, man. So start off soulful start, female vocals leads into Drake talking his ish, welcoming whatever, aka Free Smoke. Boy Wonder on the beat was dope, man. He definitely put his foot into that. Heavy bass, kind of felt kind of dreamy a little bit. It ends with Baka talking his mess. Decent way to start the album, I thought.
Yeah, man. I thought that the sample that opens up this song, I thought was pretty dope. It sounded like it was a real old song, but I guess the song's actually from like 2015.
Yeah.
So that was pretty dope. I like that the beat was very minimal on this track. Like the beat didn't take anything away from it, and he wanted to make sure that you heard what he had to say because he was coming with that aggression, baby. You know what I'm saying? He was coming out. He was taking shots. Free Smoke. Anybody could get it, man. That aggression. He came right out the gate, man, taking them shots at Meek Mill. Maybe shots at Jay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't quite feel that it was a shot at Jay. I
Me
felt like
neither.
it was just a mention to it.
Me neither.
But, later on in the album, maybe take a look at some of those other lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? This track right here, it was like Drake is on top and he knows it, man. And he's going to make sure that you know it.
Right.
And I like Drake when I get this kind of passionate delivery. Like, talk that ish, man.
Front runner Drake. I like front runner Drake.
You the biggest artist in the world, man. Talk that ish, bro.
Right.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Then the legend, number one Goon Baka at the end. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Let's go. Free Smoke.
All right, man. So it brings it in. All right, so track 2, No Long Talk featuring Gigs. What'd you think?
Again, man, we got Baka, the number one goon in the world, on this intro to this track, man. So I already knew it was about to be tough. Again, Drake's coming back with more of that aggressive flow. He's got a bit of the English patois mix kind of vibe going on there, which surprisingly actually worked pretty good on here. Sounded like he was maybe trying to fit in with Gigs on this track with the accent and everything like that, but I liked it, man. It gave me that if you're reading this, it's too late energy.
Okay,
he was going off, man.
Okay,
I like it, man.
Now I don't like Trapper Drake. I've been on record as far as I want a Trapper Drake gone. This track, man, he really did his thing.
Yeah,
I thought Trapper Drake. I mean, the thing with Trapper Drake is he wasn't talking about nothing. Whereas here, he actually had a message he was trying to get across. I thought it came off very well to Trapper Drake on this one, man. The beat really saves the track, though. I will say that, the heavy bass, the heavy drums, they sounded like just real dense. The drums did. I thought that was very just kept you just engaged with the track. The beat actually made me stomach Gigs. I thought Gigs was definitely the weak point of this track. Gigs kind of reminds me, man, like the Island version of 2 Chainz. If 2 Chainz went away on Island for a while, and got a little bit cultured, I guess that's what Gigs would sound like was 2 Chainz to me. But I'll take it. I'll take the track.
I can dig it.
All right, man. So leading to track 3, Passion Fruit. Man, this one, man, had a summertime island vibe beat, just upbeat track, singing, but dancing. It incites it, man. Like, you makes you want to get up and dance. I rock with this one. I love the track.
I feel it, man. Now track 3, I was like, all right, cool. R&B Drake is back on this track. To me, it kind of reminded me of a blend of Just Hold On, We're Going Home, and it had the catchiness of Hotline Bling, where it just kind of made you want to move. Simple little dance hall, banger kind of going on there. If you ask me, this track sure to be a hit. It's stand out. Probably going to be a single off of this album. It seems like it'll be around for a long time, like One Dance was, or any of the other songs from Views. It was a little bit soft for me. I'm not crazy about singing Drake.
I know.
As he kind of goes through his difficulties and his trust and relationship and the space that he's in these days. But I definitely did respect that. It was an anthem.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So leads to track 4. Is it Jorha?
I think it might be
Georgia.
or Georgia.
Georgia. Okay,
Whatever.
Georgia's interlude. What'd you think, man?
I felt like this track was good for the project. I felt like this was kind of the first justification for making it a playlist. Track was very short. It was only a minute 48 seconds long. Drake only turned in one verse on this track. I did love Georgia or Jorah. I love the background vocals, and fading out to Drake's previous hit had that "Doing It Wrong" from Take Care playing in the background at the end.
Yep.
I thought that was pretty dope. That like he's at that point in his career where he can sample himself. That was a pretty cool touch.
Okay, I mean the beat pulls you in on this one, man. It was head nodding from start. I wanted the song to be longer. Like you said, it was a very short track, man. Drake speaking, from a seemingly personal point of view, seemed kind of personal on this one. But I just wanted it to be longer. I thought the track was dope. Yeah. I just wanted it to be longer. That's the only thing I can say with criticism about it. All right, man. So leading to track 5, Get It Together, featuring Black Coffee in Georgia. So on this one, man, it was an upbeat track, but the vocals were slowed down, which was weird. Like the beat was up, but the vocals were down. Kind of like maybe the beat was different at one point. I don't know. So it just kind of weird, but it fit. They did make it work. The featured artists on this one really sound well. They stood out to me, sounding very well. Would have preferred to hear Drake rap on this one versus singing, because to have them sing and him sing, they were clearly better singers than him. I think it kind of overshadowed him, but it was a Kanye Shrug game on this one. Like,
I feel you. First thing that hit me was that Georgia Smith or whatever kind of came in and sounded like Great Value Rihanna. I actually would have preferred to hear Rihanna on here, but I felt like she still held her own on this track. With it, it's got like that really up-tempo dance beat going on, right. And I felt like the keys that were playing in the background, man, they were just like beautiful. They were so subtle, but they really complement the beat well. In my opinion, Drake actually took a backseat on this song.
Yeah,
it felt like he didn't want to do a lot of the legwork on this song. It was almost like he was a feature on this song,
right?
But it worked out well.
You think it was on purpose though?
Maybe, I don't know.
Because the way I thought about it, I thought just because they were better singers than him, they stood out more. But you might be right. They might have. And one thing I think, one of the themes on the album is he was trying to elevate people we didn't know about. So it might be maybe his artist. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, man. So leading to track 6, Mobita Ride 'Em. What'd you think?
Again, more dancehall vibe on this track. It sounded like it was a bit slowed down dance vibe on here. Drake was exploring the difficulties of keeping up with friendships while being a superstar. There's nothing wrong with the track, but there was nothing really that stood out for me, in my opinion. It was more of a manufactured hit following a proven formula that he had actually just proved just a couple tracks before, but it works. It's not a bad song. Right.
That's the same thing I said. It wasn't a bad song. Had an island feel, upbeat and heavy bass loop. I had it written down. The track isn't terrible, but it kind of seemed like a throw-in to me. I could see this one not being even on the album. Kind of just like, we had it left over, just put it on there. But it was definitely a attempt at world domination, though. I do think that. All right, man. So leading to track 7, Blim. On this one, man, Drake digging in his island vibe once again, man. Seems to be singing to a female and telling her how he feels about her. The chorus is cringy on this one, though. Very cringy. I had it written down, quote, "Quit running back to your ex. He's a waste man." Like, no, I don't like that. I get his islandy, whatever. I didn't like it. The beat is the only thing about this track that was good, I think, man. The way it ended with Lionel Richie sample and Lil Wayne giving a pump fake, I thought was dope. But that was pretty much the ending part was with Lionel Richie was the part that made the song to me. I didn't care for it that much.
I feel it, man. Drake was definitely continuing to take us through his dance hall sound. Again, I felt like this track wasn't anything special. I really wasn't feeling this beat at all. The program jumps just sounded so generic to me that it just took me completely out of the track altogether and kind of kept it from popping or coming alive for me. So I wasn't really digging this at all. But Free Weezy.
Yeah, Free Weezy. No definitely. Doubt. It was a pump fake. Yeah. All right, man. So leading to track 8, 4422.
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh,
go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Now this great change of pace. Great time to do it. You know what I'm saying? I really love the really dreary keys that kick off this track, leading into Sampha's just smooth, crisp vocals. I love the drums that come in towards the end of the track, or the second half of the track. Just kind of keep you on pace, pick your ears back up. Drake doesn't contribute anything on this track. No. He didn't have anything to do there, but that was perfect. I thought that was a great touch. Track kind of serves as a palate cleanser from Drizzy, so that way he could come back in and pick things back up. So I thought that was cool.
Okay, I had it written in all caps, man. Please do not let Sampha be in the tent. I do not want him to be in the OVO tent. It made me want to go listen to Sampha's album again, man. Like that's like If you don't know about Sanfa, he is very super talented. Go listen to his project. We reviewed it on our channel. But this song, man, this is like, it almost incites the Thug Dove, man. Like it's so soulful. I mean, just his voice, everything about it is just dope to me. The beat, like you said, was very infectious. Kind of like a dreamy vibe I had written down as well, man. But it's dope. But I think this is kind of the way Drake got away from calling it a playlist, because this song was really just Sanfa, just singing. And but you know, it's on his album. People are gonna say it's part of Drake's project, and it's a dope song on the project. So I guess I'll take it. But yeah, dope track. All right, man. It's leading to track 9, Guile Chester.
Sounds good.
What'd you think?
Man, again, the energy picks back up on this track in the best way. I mean, come on, Hermes Link, Ice Blue Mink, like, come on, like, that sounds like it's gonna be stuck in my head for months to come.
You sent that picture to me,
I love the meme. I love the meme. If we can't pop it up there, boom.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Drake brings back the energy, like he was rapping again on If You're Reading This. The beat wasn't too fancy, but it got the job done on this track. Had a booming bass line, keeps your head nodding. Man, talk that ish, bro.
Yeah, that's what he did, man. Trapper Drake pulled it off once again, man. Like, everything about If You're Reading This Is Too Late, I hate it. I loved about Trapper Drake on this project.
There you go.
He was talking his stuff, and he didn't take no time off on bars on this album. It wasn't really any struggle bars on here. He definitely did it on this one again on this one. So I thought the heavy bass, trapper beat, kind of, upbeat or whatever, definitely high energy. And like I said, I'm not typically a Trapper Drake fan, but I enjoyed this one, man. He seems to be taking the rapping more serious on this project so far versus Views, which was riddled with struggle bars. This was a dope track. Dope track. All right, man. It's leading to track 10, Skepta interlude. Head nodding beat. Drake lets his homie Skepta just rock. He basically just gave him, this is his track. The British grime artist knocks it out, man. I rock with this one.
Yeah, man. The beat on here was dope, and I felt like Skepta held it down. I listened to his last project, Konnichiwa, and I thought it was a really good album. The only thing for me, as an American listener, sometimes the English accent kind of throws me off. It makes me not take all the lines as serious as they should come across. Like, there's a line in here where he says, "Don't phone me, send a text to Julie." And it just cracks me up every time I hear it. Like, I bust out laughing. It was hilarious to me. But I still thought that he killed it. I thought that this was a great introduction to the American audience for Skepta, because I mean, over there in the UK, he is a huge artist. Like, he's one of the biggest artists over there. So I definitely thought that was a great way for Drizzy to give him that look and introduce him to a new audience.
That's what's up, man. Okay, so leading to track 11, Portland, featuring Quavo and Travis Scott.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Man, that damn flute is so distracting.
Oh my
on
gosh,
this. But it worked. It works though.
It
But
does.
it's like the second you hear it, you're like, what is this? It sounds so out of place. But it works. Drake did his thing on here, but I felt like he actually took a backseat to Quavo and Travis Scott on here. I really, really like Travis Scott's verse on here.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that Honcho times LaFlare, or LaFlame, I'm sorry. But yeah, let's go. Let's get
Man,
it.
I had it written down all caps, fire.
Yeah.
Okay, this track, man, it's just infectious. Like you said, that flute, it just pulls you in. Like, it's kind of like, it's like an annoying sound at one point, but it's like, it's so dope to go along with the track, man.
Yeah.
Heavy bass, like I said, just so infectious. Drake sounds, he starts it off, man, once again, just sounds motivated rapping. Like, his verse is dope. Like, he just gives a good offering, man. But like you said, it seems to take a backseat to Quavo and Travis. Travis, I'm a big Travis Scott fan. He definitely does Travis things at the end. The beat kind of ushered, kind of like was catered to Travis a little more towards the end. Kind of slowed down a little bit for him. And Quavo, man, he did his thing. And I always can appreciate the fact that the Migos say their names before they start rapping, because I know who the hell they are, because I don't even know. But yeah, he definitely did his thing, man. I love that track. All right, man. It's leading to track 12, Sacrifices, featuring 2 Chainz and Young Thug. It's kind of a trap rap, kind of trap rap flow, I should say. Drake pulls it off once again very well, man. 2 Chainz and Thug match his flow, and they do a decent job, man. The piano and how the drums go in and out make the beat. I can see this one being a video, though. I can definitely see this one being a video. And 2 Chainz did his thing, and Young Thug sounded good.
Yeah. Man, I thought that the beat on here was so fire. The sample with the keys at the beginning and how they kind of flip those keys throughout the song, I thought that was really dope. Again, I felt like Drake got outshined by the features on here, but not because he was slacking. It was just that 2 Chainz and Young Thug, they really just came with it. I felt like they recognized this opportunity, how big it was going to be to get that look on this project. So they came in and gave it their all, which worked out very well for them. It's definitely one of my favorite tracks on the album.
Okay, yeah. All right, that's what's up. So leads into track 13, Nothing into Something. What'd you think?
Man, again, we're getting back to R&B Drizzy as he kicks on his feelings of being left out as an ex gets engaged. I saw somewhere where they were saying that it might be an ode to Serena. I don't really get wrapped up in all of that stuff. It might be, it might not be. I don't really care.
Right.
But the track reminds me of Marvin's Room a little bit. Again, kind of taking us back to that Take Care vibe. Yeah, the dope track. It was short, sweet, 2-point boom.
Okay. Nothing is right. I like nothing about this song. It was a simping track. I really didn't like anything about it, really. It was short. I was glad it was short. It seemed like a throw-in, and once again, man. It definitely, not the simping part I cared about. It was more so it just seemed like a throw-in track. It didn't match the way the album was going, and I just think he just kind of threw it in. So I had written down.
Yeah.
All right, man. So leads into track 14, Teenage Fever, man. What'd you think?
Again, man, more R&B Drizzy with the J-Lo sample from a song I didn't miss at all. I didn't care to hear that song then. I don't care to hear it right now. It's a cool track, but it comes off kind of forced. Kind of seems like they're playing up the Drake J-Lo thing or, whatever. It was really nothing special here, in my opinion. It was just kind of there.
Okay, man. I mean, if you don't like singing Drake, you're not going to like this one. I will say that. But I'm a fan. Okay, the beat and the sample, which is Rodney Jerkins' song, it makes the track. Lyrics, speak on being around a girl and how feeling like a teenager when you're around her. So I know we all been there. We all been in love. I'm married. I was like that with my wife. So I'll take it. I can take it. All right, man. So leads into track 15, KMT featuring Gigs. I mean, the beat is solid. The drums, heavy bass, have a build up, kind of like it feels like a build up in it, throughout the track. And ad libs and Gigs do their best to ruin the track. Though. I mean, they're just awful, man. I mean, Island 2 Chainz is back once again. He said Batman dun 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 dun. And I literally got pissed off when I heard that. I was like, "Oh, Drake, I get you. I get you trying to put the homies on, but no, not this one. I didn't like it." So.
See, man, I thought that this beat was hard, man. I liked the horns that were playing in the background, and it had a sample from Sonic 06 on there, I found out, man, which I thought that was real cool. That beat just made me feel like we was getting ready for battle.
Yes, but it had a crazy build-up.
Yeah, I thought that was dope. Now, this song did have some controversy around it, and, listening to it, Drake's flow does sound pretty reminiscent of that XXX Tentacion, but the flow wasn't so distinct that it's like, I can't see where they could both have thought this up. I don't know that he was necessarily biting the style there.
Right.
I felt like Gigs held his own as well. The dun track line at the end, I just kind of laughed at. It's the English accent. The English accent kind of makes me forgiving of like everything that these guys do on this album. So yeah, I thought it was all right.
Okay. All right, man. So leads into track 16, Lose You. What'd you think?
I really wasn't crazy about this beat. It feels like I've heard this song from Drake before. It might even been on this album that I felt like I heard this Drake before. Yeah, I mean, that had really been a big thing to me up to this point. Like, everything kind of sounded like something I'd already heard. It's not a bad track, but there was nothing memorable for me. Drake was again reflecting on a relationship that went sour on his path to success. Oh, boo-hoo. I mean, he's built a career off of this. So, I mean, I get it, but yeah.
All right, man. So, I got on this one. 40 blesses the track with the OVO format, which is why you probably felt like you heard it, because it was a 40 beat. And it did sound a little bit recycled. With the muffled track and the keys elevated and the clear, clear voice, what I mean? With a single bass drop. Drake, once again, man, he's motivated to rap. The rapping was there. Took shots at Meek on this one. Meek got to make this right, man, because I can see this one being a huge hit. I could be this song being a huge hit. It will keep people talking about it, and he bodied it, man. And it'll keep people remembering that he bodied Meek as well. Yeah. So I can see this one being a hit. That's the thing about Drake. The whole thing with Meek and Drake is like a lot of these songs are going to be hits, man. And I don't know. It's just Meek got to make it right. Make the call.
That tend to be the thing.
Yeah. All right, man. It's leading to track 17. Can't Have Everything.
Yeah.
I mean, the beat stands out on this one. The drums are so heavy, and it definitely keeps your head nodding. Drake is rapping, just flat out, man. He's just spitting. I mean, the bars, he didn't take any time off on any of these, man. Kind of a trappy flow. Drake, once again, just talking his ish. Ends with his mom giving him some words of wisdom, which I thought was very dope, and kind of gave an explanation on Views a little bit too. But that's more too in the end of the album as well. But I thought it was a very dope track.
Yeah, I'm really digging the simple beat on this track with Drake coming back to those aggressive bars that we got at the beginning of the album, which where I thought he was at his best. Yeah, I mean, basically he's putting the game on notice that he wasn't letting nothing slide going forward, man. Everybody's free game out here, man. It's free smoke for anybody who wants to cross the line. Drake takes some subtle jabs at Meek, took some subtle jabs at Rick Ross, Renzel, letting him know that, you know, he's on notice as well. You fearing his drop dates, you know what I'm saying? Fearing his release dates, you know what I'm saying? Turning triple face, man. I thought that was cool. The hook was super simple, but for what we got in the bars, I feel like that was enough. Substance to keep everything rocking. And then, like you said, when he added that clip in of his mom, you know, kind of talking about, hey, you know, I don't like the space that you're in your music. You know how upset you sound. I thought that was kind of dope, kind of giving us a peek into what's going on behind the OVO tent.
Right.
So I thought that was cool.
Right. Definitely want to peek into the tent sometimes. All right, man. So track 18 featuring it's Glow. I'm sorry, featuring Kanye West. What'd you think?
Kanye just doesn't sound good here. With the singing, it's just not working. The verse was actually okay. This beat doesn't sound good. This track is just not good. Best thing about this song is Devotion playing at the end from Earth, Wind, and Fire. I thought that was a nice little pickup, but overall, this is the worst song on the whole project.
Absolutely. I mean, it's sad because in 2017, this is what a Kanye feature sounds like. You know? I put Shake My Head, man. I literally hate this track. I think Drake did this on purpose. I think he wanted to show how washed Kanye was. Drake is very calculated in the things he does, and I think he took a hit for his album to put Kanye on here. This track made me sad, man, as a Kanye fan. I used to be a Kanye stan. I definitely got sad listening to this one. Like you said, the very dopest part about this track was the Earth, Wind, and Fire sample at the end. That's the only thing I had written down that was good about the track, man.
Yeah.
So, all right, man. It's leading to track 19, Since Way Back, I'm sorry, featuring Party Next Door. I liked how Party and Drake went back and forth singing. You know, on previous offerings, they would have Drake would rap, Party would sing. The beat slowed down and pulls you in with the drums. The transition towards the last 30% of the track was dope. And it has 40 production written all over it. That's all I had written down for that one. But I thought it was a very dope track.
Yeah, I thought both artists sounded pretty good on this track, but this song just kind of sounded like a leftover to me. The beat was a little bit too plain for the vocals to be so soft on here. The track sounded like an idea that just never got finished. It sounded like something that maybe didn't make it to Nothing Was the Same or something like that. I was kind of indifferent to it. I didn't think it was a bad song, but it didn't highlight anything for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. It's leading to track 20, Fake Love. Do we need to discuss that one?
No, man. Same song's been for months. It was a hit then. It's a hit now.
It's a hit now. Let's get out of there. All right, man. So track 21, Ice Melts. What'd you think?
I'm really digging what Young Thug actually brought to this track. With it, the energy was a pick-me-up that I felt like the album kind of needed at this point to end off this tail end. And I felt like his energy complemented Drake's laid-back style over this track. The track was real groovy. I liked it.
Okay, I didn't. I thought it was the circus sounding and Young Thug, man. Jeffrey didn't have to be on another feature. He could have got somebody else on here and just put something else. It seemed like a throw-in. It seemed like maybe Thug was out there for the day and they did the other track with Quavo. And then, I mean, not Quavo, I'm sorry, but 2 Chainz. And then it was like, okay, we'll do another one with just me and you. And they kind of threw it on the album. I think they could have left this one off. I didn't think it was that good. All right, man. It's leading to track 22, Do Not Disturb. I think this was the best track on the project. Drake seems to be giving us a personal perspective view on the track. The background vocals from Snow Allegra make the track, in my opinion. Boy Wonder and 40 knock out the beat. You know, R.I.P. to Tory Lanez. Wordplay is so clever on this one. Shooting that shot gives an explanation on views and seems like an explanation to the project as a whole. I think he was definitely giving just talking about why Views was in that way. He talked about his anger, talked about the person he felt he was. I thought it was a very dope track.
Yeah. Man, I felt like Drake was closing us out with some more bars, just kind of summing up his life right now. Drake likes to do that on a lot of his projects. Save that last song, kind of give you an update in his time and space at that point in time.
Yeah.
The track was a perfect culmination of the album as Drake, kind of explores the ideas of his fame, his success, the hate that he receives, the beefs that he's gotten into, the relationships that he's been in and out of, and, some of his vulnerabilities out here. Again, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be right if he didn't send a couple shots to close out this album.
Absolutely.
I mean, Tory Lanez, he had been jabbing at him, and this was just kind of like the finish him moment.
Yeah.
He hit him with the fatality right here. What did he have a line on here talking about something? If we did a track together, I'd be taking my kids to work.
Taking my kids to work.
Jesus.
He barred this man up, man. Yeah. He really did. The wordplay, one day star. He barred him up.
He was making sure that he knew.
Absolutely.
It was time to go. But I felt like this was pretty cool. What I am interested to see is towards the end of that track, he does make reference to maybe taking some time off and maybe coming back summer 2018. So I'll be surprised to see if that's what happens. And you know what? I can actually understand that. be it what this album was or what this playlist was, him needing to take some time off and just live a little.
Yeah.
I can
he said
totally
it on one of the tracks too.
Yeah, like I can totally understand why he would say that, and maybe it is that time for him in the music. If you really look at it, Drake since 2015, he's been on a roll nonstop.
Yes.
If you're reading this, views, what a time.
Take care.
Take care was a while ago, but he had another project even in there somewhere.
Going with Future.
That was What a Time.
Okay.
But he dropped something else, and I mean, now we got more life. I mean, this is what 22, 23 songs.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's given us a lot, and that's not even counting the features that he's done, you know, for folks. So
true.
I can definitely see where he might need to just kind of take a step back and recharge. One artist that gets to do this a lot is Kendrick Lamar. Like Kendrick, he drops his project, promotes it, boom, he's up out of there. We don't hear from him, you don't see him. Kind of takes that time to live a little bit. Where Drake hasn't had that luxury, and I think taking that time would really give him a chance to develop that sound. So I thought this was a great way to close out.
No doubt. All right, man. So let's get it. All in all, what'd you think?
Now, for me, this album, a couple weeks ago, I had predicted on the podcast that this album was going to be about world domination, and I don't think that Drake disappointed there. If you really look through this track listing, I mean, it is dominated by a lot of international artists. I mean, he got Giggs on there twice, got Skepta in there a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? He stays waving that OVO flag. I'm not sure where Georgia Smith is from, but she's probably another UK artist, I believe. I mean, really the only artists from the States that we got, Young Thug, 2 Chainz, and Quavo.
Yeah.
I don't think that we got anybody else. I mean, Sanfo in there repping for the UK again. I definitely see Drake and trying to embody the grime wave, trying to embrace UK hip hop, trying to embrace the dance hall vibe. Like, he's really trying to go for global dominance. You know what I'm saying? He's really out here just trying to take over the game on a global level. So I definitely salute him there. Now, for me, this album felt a little bit short. It sounded like there were a lot of ideas that were being explored, but these tracks were not as polished as I would expect from Drake. He still got the hits and he still got the bangers, but some of these ideas just didn't feel fresh or new. I would love for him to take that time away and kind of develop his sound a little bit more, because I mean, like, he's really riding that dance hall wave out. And for One Dance and what's the other song they had? That was like, I mean, Hotline Bling, and then we had another one on Views too, that also kind of went down that same road. And I don't want to see him trap himself like that as an artist. I would really love for him to go out and find a new sound, kind of develop a new sound, make it his own, even though he's been doing that with the dance hall thing, but now he's inspired everybody else to do it. So it might be time to set a new wave. I felt like this album did have a lot of high points. 22, 23 songs, I felt like it was maybe a little bit too much. I'll probably go back now that we've reviewed this and delete a lot of those, or maybe move to a separate folder, a lot of those R&B tracks, and maybe just have a rap album and have an R&B album over here. Because the rap songs, I really liked everything on there he was rapping on. When he started singing a little bit, that's when things started kind of sounding the same, or like kind of giving us those manufactured hits following that same formula. So overall, man, I rated this playlist out at an 82, man. It was good, but it wasn't as well polished as I would have hoped.
Okay, no doubt, man. That's a good review. All right, man. So lead into it. I personally was a little worried about it because of Views. I didn't like Views. I'm a Drake stan, but baby sister out there, I'm raising my hand. I am a Drake stan. I will go ahead and admit that as well. But like I said, man, I wasn't a big fan of Views. I felt like it was filled with tracks that were made to pacify fans. This project, I feel Drake attempted, like you said, world domination, man. The project goes from Caribbean to grime to pop to hip hop to R&B. I even heard a little bit of house music in there. But I don't feel that's a bad thing. I feel it's a way of him telling the listener that these sounds are what make him. To me, it felt like all the features were people he actually rocks with, man. The production was on point, and I really enjoyed the samples. That's the really thing that stood out to me, the samples that were used as well. The project doesn't go without holes, though, okay? The tracks with, the homie Giggs, get those all the way out of here. They're laughable at some points, but they both, may be better than that god-awful Kanye offering. I mean, that Kanye track, literally, I literally hate everything about that song. This seems to be a 180 from Views, and that's definitely a good thing. I feel like, man, this might be Drake's best project he's ever put out.
Wow.
Because when I compare him, I don't compare him to everyone else, because Drake's an artist. He sings, he raps, he does a lot of different things. I can't really put him as hip hop, really. So the only thing I can compare him to him is himself. And I do think that this was the only album, this was his first album that had his touch on it. I think in albums past, he might have made things to pacify fans a lot of times. I think this one was actually just the project he wanted to make, and I enjoyed it. So I gave it an 87.
Okay, I can dig that.
So 87. Like I said, had those holes, man. Those Giggs features have to be talked about.
So 23 tracks or 22 tracks was just too much.
Yeah, I think if you could take off all the island stuff, like not the islands. Don't take off the
You got
tracks.
like 12 songs.
Then that'd be that'd be a damn good project. That would have been a damn good project. You know, because like I said, I like Singy Drake, and I like, you know, of course, rapping Drake. I gotta give the man, you know, just he barred up them cats, man. Wordplay was on there. He definitely didn't have any struggle bars, and Views was just riddled with so many struggle bars. We both were just laughing like, yo, the Channing Tatum line, he had to do. He owed us this one.
He knew he needed.
He know he needed to redeem himself.
I'm gonna tell you what, 40 needs he needs some time off.
Yeah. And I think the thing with 40 though is Khaled and the tracks he's making for Ross and all those songs. His sound got watered down.
Yeah, he needs some time off.
Need some time off. They both need to take a vacation, get up out of there. Yeah. So, you know, let us know, man. What did we do? Is it rate too high, too low? Was Kev right? Was I wrong? Was I wrong and he was right? Let us know what you guys think in the comments below, man. So as always, man, this is Nate here.
It's Kev.
2/3 super group that's Games Music Life, man. Drink more water, people.
Peace.
Peace. For rocking with us today. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to our channel and check us out in the future. You can hit the red subscribe button there to the right. As always, our podcast can be downloaded on Google Play Music, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, any podcast app that you want to use. Our social media information is down below. If you want to hit us up, we have our Instagram, Twitter, and Google Plus. We answer to all of them. We like to engage with everybody, so definitely feel free to hit us up. But always, you know, give us a thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down. Let us know what you think. And thanks for rocking with us today. Drink more water, people. Peace.